Hello again, people. Let's get started with our second tutorial and start to write the things. So yeah, in the last tutorial we learned how to put a header, which is a hello world. Now it looks pretty bland and doesn't look any like fancy or anything, and it's like pretty skinny like my brother, so good. So yeah, let's try to make it better and make it looks more appealing. So we can do one thing which is called as CSS. And CSS is known as Cascade Styling Sheet, and I'm not making it up, as if you Google it, it's just gonna come to you if you type CSS. So the meaning of CSS is Cascade Styling Sheet, as you can use Cascade Styling Sheet to style whatever you want to style your HTML page. So these two things go hand in hand, and there's another thing called JavaScript, which I will make another tutorial for JavaScript and let you know what it is. So let's get a styling. Okay, so I feel like it's just nothing there, it's just only hello world. Let's try to make it fancy. So there is a thing we can do. If you just go to our web page, and we just have to create a link here, and we just type LINK. Yep, so it's pretty simple. You just have to type link rel. So you just have to type link rel style sheet type text /css and then href. So href is the reference to the css file. So how it works is like, I'm just gonna type my style.css and I say yep. So now I try to save it, but wait, I haven't created a CSS file. So let's create a new CSS file. So what I can do, I can just press Ctrl and N, or I can just go to files and press new file. And after that, I just go here and I save this file again. So I'm gonna call it as style.css. Alrighty, that's all good to go. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna create two windows here. So let me put it here and our HTML next to each other. Alrighty, so now what we are doing it's our title home, and now we are going to our body and just gonna type what. Okay, so what just happened, because if you see there is no h1 tag here like before, so what happened is that there is nothing gonna come. As I refresh the page, it's just gonna be gone off. And also, if you might notice, I have another tag here which is a title, which is just on the top of the page here, which says home. Again, I will tell you every single thing one by one, so I'm just trying you to go in a step so it's easy for you to understand. Don't worry if you're wondering what this is, meta character, what's the viewport, I will tell you every single thing about the meaning. But to be honest, this is something you might not have to worry about too much, as it's something you will be automatically set it for you whenever you set up HTML page. But again, I will tell you that whole thing. Okay, so now I'm gonna tell you how to write a header, which you all know, which is hello world. Alrighty, and now we can also make something called paragraph. So paragraph is pretty self-explanatory. It's what it is. It's a paragraph. So I can say hello to my people, it's my world. So again, it's just a paragraph, and we can write two paragraphs if you like to say for here. It is my world, my people. Perfect. And now we're just gonna refresh our page, and here you go. This all comes here, but again, it looks pretty thin. It doesn't look really good, and this is the corner of this all day. Let me just fix it for you. So that's where I was telling CSS comes in. So how CSS works, it just gives you a style of these properties. So first I will do a basic styling so it's easy for you. We're gonna type body, and we're gonna say margin 0, padding auto, and yep, don't worry, I will tell you what it is. So what's margin is? Margin is like a difference between these two folders. So not folders, these two texts. So it's just like a difference between these two texts here. So this is like a margin, you can say, or a padding. There is a small line between margin and padding, but again, I will tell you this all there. So let's get to the other part. So I'm gonna go to h1 which is our header one. As you can see, the tag says here. This is one way to do it, and I can type font size 20 pixel, font family. Okay, so I do an easy trick for you, so it's more better. So if you just go on another browser and type Google fonts, fonts. Yep. If you go on a Google and type Google fonts, or just search in your search bar, it just comes to here, which is a Google font. So this is a font library created by Google to make your fonts. You can download for them. It's free of cost, so it's pretty useful as you develop website every day and you just learn website building. It's gonna be helpful. So now after you go to there, so I'm gonna choose this style, and I'm gonna select style. I go in the corner, and because I choose this one before, ignore that. Okay, there are different ways to do it. You can choose a link and then put it all. So this is all you can put in your HTML file, or the way I like is just I copy the import one and I go to style, and whenever you start it, it's best practice if you put it on top, but I would say because you put it on the top, so this property is activated from here, so whenever it comes anything on the bottom, it will make it supply to them. For example, if I put h1, let me show you what I mean. So first let me copy the font family for header. If I go to here, let me make the head a little bit bigger as well. Alrighty, let's go to home back, and now if I press refresh, you see the hello world is having a different style and it's gonna more. Let's make it more higher so make it easy, so it's not 50 pixels. Alrighty, now you can see there is a difference between hello world size and it's a font size. And now again, so what I was trying to say, if I move this property on top of it, alrighty, as you can see, just and yep, there you go. As you can see, the property is now valid because the font size is still gonna work, but the family is not gonna work, as again it just went to the normal. So let me make it a better example. So as I can see this one, alrighty. So again, I just see that I want to this font. I just press on select style, click here, and now I just remove my old font, and here I'm gonna copy it back again, Control C, go to end. Yep, lovely. So now this is a licorice. It's like a hand cursive writing kind of thing. It's just good if you want to write websites and like a handwriting thing, so it's all good. Alrighty, now you see the hello world is again different, pro world is different again, and let me make the other text different. So where it is, Control C. So now if I go to B, which is for paragraph, and if I press font family here, which is gonna automatically select these two as by default, and then it's gonna change the family. Let me put the licorice for these two. Perfect. Now if I save that with just Control S, or you just press on file and press save, it's gonna work. And now if I press Control 5, there you go, you see there's a difference. Alrighty, that's it for this tutorial. In next tutorial I will show you how we can put this all in the in a div, which is a division. You can divide different divs for HTML website, and div is like make it easy for you to understand. So for example, there you go. So alrighty, so if you see this section is completely separate to itself, like this one, which is another div. For example, this part here with the tiles and subtitles and small images is another section, and other divs are here. So it's a division which you can use and you style them. But again, I'll leave this tutorial here and I will meet you in the next one.